Hello, good afternoon, and welcome to Lunch Global today. I am Chung Anamel Joseph. We would like to think that some of the best party foods are the ones you can eat with your hands. It's just so much more fun to munch on than having to use a fork or a knife or even a plate, but napkin are still recommended, especially if you have kids. And with the adorable bite-sized finger food ideas ahead, you can eat more than one without a second thought. So go ahead and reach for this easy appetizer to make for you on your next birthday, your next party, or your friend's party, or even a game day spread. No matter what the occasion may be, these finger food are just what you need to feed a crowd of hungry guests. Guess what as well? You know, there are often times that when you have especially birthday parties, and for the ladies, the young ladies, the old ladies, the younger ladies, you know, we like to have parties with varieties. We like to have dinner nights with our friends and family, invite them over for holidays, and we're wondering, what are the things we need to make? Do we have to always make cupcakes, pancakes, the regular food? No, today we just came up with a basic, interesting, and most unique ideas for you, especially when you're running a party. You know, there's always this beauty when you have varieties, sitting all beautiful, looking all attractive, and every other guest couldn't wait for the time for the item 7, just the way we call it when it comes to one day. So today we're going to be looking at some of this nice, amazing finger food that you can inculcate in your party, in your dinner, in whatever celebration you are having, leaving you getting all creativity with your style and how you prepare them. You know, you have to just get away with the whole every time cupcakes. Maybe it's going to be a rainbow cupcakes, or it's going to be a Barbie cupcakes, or it's going to be just cupcakes, or maybe small chops that we know, the regular small chop, samosa, spring roll, maybe even pizza and burger, like the hamburgers. You know, most of the time the hamburgers are always found in parties, but today is going to be entirely different, special, unique, stylish, creative. So if you are just not getting into this, trust me, you're going to miss out. Because if I were you, I would want to really learn this, because today we're going to get to know some of the process of on how you can go about it, what are the ingredients, how do you make it, how interesting this particular finger foods can be. And we're going to do that immediately after the short break. So stay tuned and don't run yet, because you wouldn't want to miss it. Just as I said earlier, see you soon. Welcome back from the short break, and welcome to Lunch Global once again. If you're just catching up with us, you're welcome. Make sure you don't miss out on any of our episodes, because this program is for you to learn new things, get to know yourself, get to check out for your health. And of course, it's quite interesting, because one thing about finding yourself in a kitchen is the fact that you have to be creative with your style, with your dishes, with your spices, your herbs, whatever it is that you're doing in your kitchen. It's happening right here. So today, because we're talking about finger foods, especially for occasions, your parties, your birthday, festivals, whatever occasion you have, with your friends around, like we decided to just wrap up some of these interesting finger foods for you aside the regular ones, you know. So starting today, we'll start with bacon wrapped dates. These bacon wrapped dates are sweet, smoky, salty, spicy. There are so many flavors packed into one tiny bite. It's no wonder this party food has been around for decades. You might even want to make a double batch, since they will likely disappear in minutes. Bacon wrapped dates are a classic bacon appetizer that never goes out of style, though they were a staple for dinner parties in the 70s, the recipe is about 200 years older. An English Christmas dish called Devil's on Husberg. Now that's a party name. The combo of sticky sweet dates, funky blue cheese, and crispy salty bacon is as delicious as ever. This recipe adds a jalapeno slice for cake and a final brush of honey for a glossy finish. If you don't want to use blue cheese, crumbled goat cheese, or even grated sharp white cheddar will be a fine substitute, though this dish could make a blue cheese lover out of anyone, but sure to make extra as a Christmas party appetizer, a New Year party appetizer, Eve party appetizer, Salah appetizer, a Ramadan appetizer, any party appetizer, or a snack for any special occasion. Now for the ingredients, what you need, and make sure you get this because I'm going to take my time to tell you the exact ingredient you need to make this particular appetizer. So first of all, you need your cream cheese. It has to be a very softened cheese. Then you need your blue cheese crumbles. You need tiny sliced chiva plus more for garnish. You need paprika. You need your dates. You need, like, maybe let's say it depends on the quantity you want to make, but then you need your date there. You need your bacon, and your bacon needs to be sliced like thick. It should be like a thick cut, not too tiny. It shouldn't be a thick cut. It should be like a tiny cut, not a very thick cut. And then you need your jalapenos. Then you cut that into pieces as well when you're making it, and of course your honey to give it an increase when it comes to sweetness. Now when you want to make this particular appetizer, for the direction, all you need is to preheat your oven to 400 degrees, line a rim baking sheet with aluminum foil and set aside. You stir together the blue cheese, cream cheese, shiva, and the paprika into a small bowl. Then you cut the lengthwise down the sides of each date. Now both lengths, you have to just take out the mouth, like we call it the mouth and the bottom of the top and the bottom of the dates, so you just have that space in between. Now cutting just far enough so the date can be opened up like a book, but not all the way through the other side. Stuff each date in with about 1 teaspoon of the blue cheese. Fill and fold dates close. Wrap each date with a bacon piece. Top with a jalapeno slice, and then secure with a toothpick. Arrange dates on the prepared baking sheet. Then you bake the date until the bacon is rendered and beginning to crisp. That's 20 to 25 minutes. Flipping dates once after 15 minutes. Remove from the oven and immediately drizzle to the hot dates with the honey. Don't forget, I didn't say cold, hot. Transfer date to a serving platter and garnish with chiva, and you serve it hot. And if people were like, how do you serve your date hot? Maybe that's just the sweetness. There's this joy when you're eating and then like it's just making your mouth shiver a little bit. That's because it's hot. And then that is when food is more even sweeter, when you're struggling to eat the food even when it's still hot. And this particular appetizer is one appetizer you should try if you've not. It's just date, and almost everybody eats date, right? So you can just get your date. If you feel you've not tried it before and you're scared of trying, just buy dates, even if it's 500 naira, because dates are not that expensive. But then there are expensive ones, and if I were you, if I get my dates, I'll make sure I get a good one because of what I want to make. And when you try it for the first time and it works for you, you can do it in any of your party, or sometimes you can just feel like snacking on something and it will be the perfect thing for you to snack on. Moving on, I'll be looking at sausage balls. These crispy sausage balls are incredibly poppable, and the best part is that you can serve them up anytime of the day, from breakfast to dinner. We especially love when they are dunked into a honey mustard sauce. With just a few ingredients and a couple minutes of rolling, you have a tray full of salty, cheesy, addictive sausage ball on the table for all to enjoy. Whether they are eating for a quick breakfast bite, or as an easy party appetizer, or as a purple snack any time of the day, these sausage balls are sure to satisfy everyone's savory cravings. It's like a delicious sausage biscuit, but in bite-sized form. Serve up with a sweet and tangy honey mustard dipping sauce. It's impossible to just eat one. What are sausage balls exactly? Now, the basic ingredients for sausage balls are raw sausage, shredded chicken, and Bisquick pancake mix. While there is no knocking the originals, this recipe takes the simple components and make them even tastier. While pancake mix is a convenient pantry item, you can easily recreate the magic with good all-purpose flour and baking powder. Using Coral seasons or seasoned salt makes these sausage balls totally blows flavorful bomb, and is there, if there's anything at all that's cream cheese that can't improve, and we know that it's basically like when cheese is in something like is the perfect thing, the answer is, and there is, like, those are the proof. I can testify that when there's cream cheese, whether you're making your pasta or your cream cheese, it just make everything even more interesting. So cream cheese provides a bit of liquid, fat, and addictive flavor to hold this sausage ball together. Finally, a bit of green onions lend flavor and a welcome hint of green. Now for this sausage balls, if you need to make this, all you need to do your ingredients. You can't miss out on that for anything. So the first thing you need on this is your all-purpose flour, your baking powder, your Coral season, your ground pork sausage, your block cream cheese. It has to be softened. Make sure it is not a very thick cheese to make it even easier, creamy, juicy for you. Now your shredded sharp cheddar cheese, your green onions, your finely chopped green onions, and for the honey mustard dipping sauce, you need your mayonnaise, you need your honey, your mustard, your yellow mustard, your whole grain mustard, and of course your white vinegar. Yes, I know you need the direction to make this particular snack, because that is all you need. Because if you have the ingredient and you don't know how to make it, it's a big problem. So for the direction, for the first thing you need to do is for you to make sure that your sausage balls are ready, and you need to preheat your oven to 350 degrees. You have to line your 2 baking sheets with parchment paper. In a medium bowl, whisk together the flour, the baking powder, the Coral season until well combined. In a large bowl, crumble the raw sausage, add the cream cheese, your cheddar cheese, your green onions, and your flour mix. Use clean hand to knead the ingredients together. And fourthly, you scoop and roll the sausage mixture into 1 tablespoon size bowl and place on the prepared baking sheets. 5, you need to bake until golden brown and cook through 20 to 25 minutes. And for the honey mustard dipping sauce, meanwhile, in a small bowl, stir together the mayonnaise, the honey, the yellow mustard, whole grain mustard, and the vinegar until well combined. Serve the sausage ball warm or at room temperature and with the honey mustard dipping sauce. Voila! Your sausage roll is ready. And before we move further, we're going to go on this short break and we will be back shortly. You're welcome back from the short break. If you're just catching up with us on Lunch Global today, I am still Chunk and Amel Joseph. And today is a simple moment for us to just learn those interesting finger food or party small chops that we usually make aside the regular ones we know. And moving on, we'll be looking at crab stuffed mushroom. The creamy crab filling and elegant mushroom cap makes this finger food feel like a special occasion treat. Luckily, you can skip the more expensive jumbo lump crab meat and use regular lump crab or even claw meat instead. Make this crab stuffed mushroom once and friends and family will beg for them every year. This appetizer combines two beloved retro classic stuffed mushroom and crab puff into one irresistible bite. Here's a brilliant trick for mushroom that holds the shape when stuffed. Roast them first before adding the filling to draw out some of their extra moisture. And don't worry, the elegant bites don't have a break. You don't have to break the bank to get the elegant bite, Skip the more expensive jumbo lump crab meat. Regular lump crab or even claw meat blend perfectly with the cream cheese mixture and goes a lot further. Serve them as a finger food idea at Thanksgiving, Christmas, salad, any occasion. I said it's basically food for occasion, so it depends on what occasion you want to serve these dishes, or let me say this finger food exactly. It can be your birthday, it can be your friend's birthday, it can be a family occasion, anything at all. And for the ingredients, all you need is your mushroom, your olive oil, your kosher salt, your cream cheese, your shredded cheddar cheese, your finely shredded persimmon cheese, diced pimentos dried and finely chopped parsley plus more for garnish, garlic cloves, it has to be grated, lump crab meat, and breadcrumbs, unsalted butter, and it has to be melted, so it's easy for you to mix everything together. And for the direction, you preheat the oven to 400 degrees. Place a wire rack inside a foil-lined rim-baked sheet. Set aside. Remove the steam from the mushroom and wipe the cap clean using a paper towel. Reserve the steam for another use if you desire. In a large bowl, toast the mushroom cap with the olive oil and quarter spoon of the salt. Arrange the mushroom cap side up on the paper baking sheet. Now you roast until the mushroom are mostly tender and have released liquid onto the bake sheet about 20 minutes. Meanwhile, in the same medium bowl, use to toast the mushroom. Stir together the cream cheese, cheddar, parmesan, pimentos, parsley, garlic, and the remaining quarter teaspoon of salt until well combined. Gently fold in the crab meat. In a small bowl, stir together the panko and butter you set aside. Stuff each mushroom cap with 2 to 3 teaspoons of the crab mixture and sprinkle with about quarter spoon of the panko. Return the stuffed mushroom cap upside down to the wire rack lined bake sheet. Bake until the panko is golden brown and the crab filling is hot and melty. That's 15 to 20 minutes. Garnish with chopped parsley and serve it immediately. And that is what makes it even more interesting, because once it comes freshly from the oven, it even tastes better. And finally, we're going to be looking at deviled eggs, and we're like, what is deviled eggs? And I think we've spoken about the deviled eggs. It's almost like the stuffed mushroom, but you know how parties are. You always give it a name. When you are making your mocktails, you always give them name that suits exactly what you want. And this deviled eggs is just so special because you can be so creative when it comes to making this particular finger food. Now, for the Drummond family, like I think this particular finger food, it's more even interesting when it comes to kids. I think kids will enjoy it better because it has to do with eggs, and it wouldn't be a party without it wouldn't be a party when the deviled eggs are out. And that's why we need to be creative in whatever we're doing. So they're the perfect complements to a holiday potluck, cookout, brunch, or dinner party, and they are so easy to make. The constant companion to picnic, potlucks and cookouts, deviled eggs are always a hit. They make a great side dish or snack for any holiday, but they make a particularly festival, that's Easter appetizer. It's hard to imagine eating more than 1 or 2 hard-boiled eggs, but this does not apply to the insanely snackable deviled eggs. 3 or 4 can be consumed without hesitation. In the spirit of it, if it's eaten broke, don't fix it. This is a classic no-frill recipe: stirred shelled hard-boiled egg stuffed with a creamy filling of cooked egg yolks, mayonnaise, mustard, and tangy pickle juice. A vibrant garnish of paprika and a darling dash of hot sauce make this finger food the first to disappear at any party. And for the ingredients, you need your hard-boiled egg, you need your mayonnaise, your yellow mustard, your dill pickle juice, your coarse salt, ground black pepper, hot sauce, which is optional. You can either use a minimal, and it depends on the kind of people you are expecting in your space. Your ground paprika for sprinkle, your chopped chips, which is optional as well. And for the direction, of course, you can't just use your egg with the back, you have to peel it. So the first thing you need to do is to, after boiling your egg, of course, you peel the eggs and cut them in half lengthwise. Remove the yolk from the egg shell and then place them into a bowl. Mash the yolk with a fork until they are broken up. Add the mayonnaise, the mustard, the pickle juice, the salt, pepper, and a few drops of hot sauce if desired. Stir to combine. The mixture should be mostly smooth. Secondly, spoon the mixture into a zip-top plastic bag and snip inch of one of the bottom corner. Pipe the mixture into the egg white herbs, then sprinkle the eggs with paprika and chili and chill the egg in an airtight corner until ready to eat. Serve with chiva and hot sauce if desired. Now, why I say I really like this particular deviled egg is the fact that you can decide to be very creative on it. You can decide to create a cartoon character. You can decide to make it look so beautiful, so that even your kid that doesn't like to eat eggs will even want to go in and try it, because it is eggs, and we know that, okay, children like eggs. Some kids like eggs, the egg white, while some of them, they like the egg yolk. So, but in this particular recipe, you can decide to be very creative to a point that your child, even when they don't like, either they don't like the white or they don't like the yolk, they might just want to give it a try, because it looks already interesting for everyone to just give it a try. Because you know that feeling that when you see something like, oh, it looks so cute and I don't even want to eat it, but then you can't wait to feel the taste. That is how it feels when you give that particular meal, that particular finger food or snack to your child. And last on our list today is popcorn chicken. It's a crispy chicken. I guess we know it, but it's something that we can as well make it in our home. Most of the time we go for parties, we go for birthdays, we go for weddings, and we get to see it. Why not give it a try? Why not even make it on a Sunday and enjoy it with your family? It is a crispy fried chicken, but make it a bit sizable. The trick is to add the buttermilk and hot sauce marinated chicken to a bag with the dry ingredients and seasoning. The shackle is to coat. It's an easier method than your typical dreading station fried chicken. Addictively crispy, throughout seasoned, and finger-licking good, popcorn chicken is a staple meal for American kids and parents alike. And I'm very sure it's very, very common as well, but you know, in Nigeria or in Africa, we just like our chicken big. We don't just like all the tiny chicken. When there's chicken, we just want it so massive. So, but then this made famous by fast food. When you go to a lot of fast food, you get to see them. At least there are options there. This bite knocked that version out of the park. Speaking of, this popcorn chicken makes the perfect finger food for a game day or game night, game afternoon, especially when you toast in buffalo sauce and butter. They would make great leftover heat up and toast in orange chicken sauce sprinkled on a green salad on top of waffles, or served like traditional fried chicken over a bed of creamy mashed potato. Popcorn chicken is made similarly to classic southern fried chicken, a mixture of tantalizing buttermilk, egg, hot sauce, and salt seasoning. the meat, but it also cuts out the tedious task of individual dunking and chicken in a 3-part breading station. The dry ingredients are spiced up with a couple tablespoons of seasoning salt to cut down on the ingredient list, and a little mustard powder, extra black pepper and ground thyme bring even more holistic flavor. Let's quickly rush into the ingredients that we need to make this particular plate. And all we need is the ingredient. The ingredients is the buttermilk, your egg, your hot sauce, your caustic salt, plus more for a sprinkle, boneless, skinless chicken breast cut into 1/2-inch pieces, all-purpose flour, cornstarch, seasoned salt, mustard powder, ground black pepper, ground thyme, vegetable oil. And for the direction, quickly, you need in a large bowl, whisk together the buttermilk, egg, hot sauce, and caustic salt. Add the chicken and fold to cold. In a large zip-top bag, combine the flour, cornstarch, seasoned salt, mustard powder, pepper, and thyme if you are using. To a large pot or Dutch oven, add vegetable oil until it's about 1.5-inch deep. Then heat over medium heat until deep fry thermometer at 400 degrees. Then remove half of the chicken from the buttermilk mixture. Allow the excess to drip off. Add the chicken to the flour mixture all at once. Shake the bag until the chicken is well coated. Remove the chicken, shake off the excess, and place the coated chicken on a sheet pan. Repeat with the remaining half of the chicken. You spread pieces as necessary. Carefully lower 8 to 10 pieces of chicken into hot oil using a spider or slotted spoon to spread them apart. Stir occasionally. Let them fry until golden brown. And of course, when you want to make it, it's up to you. You can decide to freeze it. You can always come back for it. Make it. You can always, because you even want it to be crispy and crispy and crispy, you can always come back, microwave it, and you enjoy it at any given time. So today we're going to be putting a stop here for the sake of time, because we have to. Thank you for joining me today on Lunch Global. I hope you've learned something today. And if you want to even know more, you can send us message on all our social media platforms, and we will be always available to listen to you and give you answers to whatever it is that is the problem, or whatever solution you're looking for is right here. And if today is the first time you're catching up with us, and maybe you came in late, you can join us every day at 12:30 on Star Times, or you can follow us on social media, all our social media platforms, to even catch up with more. Thank you for joining me on Lunch Global today. I am still Chung and Amel Joseph. Enjoy the rest of your day. Bye.